Hello guys and gals, and welcome to Newland Hall Fishery just outside Chelmsford. It's a day ticket fishery and has been here for eons. I couldn't even tell you how long, but the first time I fished it was probably just over 30 years ago. In fact, the last time I actually night fished here was again around 30 years ago, I suppose, and was strangely enough in the swim directly opposite where I've chosen to fish today. I came down here yesterday just to have a look around and see if it had been busy and all that sort of thing. I used to come here quite regular in the winter, but I haven't been down here for a few years now. It's normally a good place to come and get a bite in the winter, you know, so I like to have somewhere stored ready for January so I can go and get myself off the mark early in the year, and this used to be the place that I used to come, but like I say, I haven't been for a few years now. So yeah, I came and had a look around yesterday and it was freezing yesterday, thick frost, no one here surprisingly. So yeah, I had a look around. I know that where I am at the moment is sort of the deeper end of the lake, so I was assuming that there'd be a few fish up this end, seeing as it's been so cold the last few days. It's the last week of November at the moment. I got here today at about 10, so I didn't start fishing until about 11, and I've got one rod down the right hand margin, one rod down the left hand margin, and one rod fishing across to the far bank, which always used to be the best method on here. So far I've been fishing for about an hour now, and I've just caught my first one. It was only a small one, about £7 common, and that was on the right hand rod fishing down the margin. Literally just a pink pop up with a few, oh, that's the same rod again, pink pop up with a few loose offerings over the top, just 12mm, bear with me. Oh, gotta go.
A few moments later.
Well, there we go, just as I was telling you. That was that same rod down that margin again, £10 and a couple of ounces. So I'm sort of hoping it has been doing a lot better sized fish. So like, I know there's been quite a few 20s and things coming out, which at this time of year I'm more than happy with, but I'm hoping that I'm not just going to keep catching fish this size, because otherwise it could be a long old night. It's lovely to be getting bites, but I am planning on fishing the night, so we'll see. If I end up catching a few more like this afternoon, I might just end up fishing till this evening, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll get this back and then I'll get back to telling you a little bit about the place and all that sort of shenanigans. Right. Oh, right. I've no idea where I was now. So I haven't put that rod back out yet. I thought I'd just carry on and tell you a bit about the place, and then I'll get the rod back out and get sorted. So the last time I fished here was a long time ago. I think that's roughly where I was up to. Basically over the last couple of years they've done a lot of work around the bank, cleared a lot of the overhangs and things like that, which has changed it slightly, because it always used to be a case of fish to the far margins. Can't do in the summer because it'll be busy, but this time of year that's what we used to do, and I am still doing on one rod, but unfortunately that rod hasn't done anything yet, although it's only been an hour and a half or so I suppose, but I'm used to getting bites pretty quick. But oh, I should also say it's a 2-rod water, but it says in the rules there that if the lake's quiet you can use 3. So basically I started off fishing with 2 until the bailiff came round, and then when I handed over my money I said to him, is it okay to put the 3rd rod out today? And he said, yeah, of course, there's only one other guy here. It's 15 quid I think for 12 hours, so I've paid for 24 hours, even though I'm not 100% sure whether I'll make it through to that or not. Yeah, so for now I'm going to get that rod back out and see if I can get another one while they're obviously down there and feeding. I'm literally just putting a dozen baits around it every time I put it out, that's all. Just trying to get some quick bites basically, and see if I can get another one now. Back in a bit. Right, I hope I'm in focus. Can't really see from here without my glasses on. Right, quick update. It's starting to get dark now. I've only got about half an hour left of daylight, so I thought I'd do a quick report before I lose the light. I'm now on 4 fish and I've lost one. Biggest one is 11 pound-ish, maybe just over 11 pound. I didn't weigh it, but I'd weighed the one before that. So yeah, I lost one, just a hook pull. There's a few fish with dodgy mouths in here, and I'm guessing that's the reason. And I had another little one after that. Again, it's probably only about 7 pound. The rod on the far margin had done absolutely nothing, and the rod down the left hand margin had done absolutely nothing, so I brought both of them back, and now I've bombed a bit of bait out, about 30 yards out, because I'd seen a couple of fish in front of me, and I've had a couple of liners since I've done that. I've put both the left hand rod and the far margin rod, now I've moved them both either side of the spot, if you like, so I'm fishing them both on a similar spot. So we'll see what happens. All the bites have all come on the right hand rod down to that bush, but that's slowed up as well. I haven't had a bite on that in the last hour and a half, so either I've caught everything that was under there, or I don't think I'll be able to fish that rod there for the night, because you've got to be on it pretty quick, and getting up and putting your shoes on, etc., is probably going to be a bit risky in the night, I think, so I'll probably have to move that right hand rod for the night. I've only had commons so far. There's some really lovely looking mirrors in here, so it'd be really nice to catch a mirror. Even if it's only small, I'm not overly worried about the size. This time of year I sort of go fishing for bites most of the time, and when I come to these day ticket places it is just about catching a few. So 5 bites and 4 fish in an afternoon isn't terrible. Reasonably happy with that, but I would like to get a good one. So we'll see. I don't know what it fishes like at night. It might be rubbish, but even if it is, I assume I'll get a couple of bites first thing in the morning. I've got till about 11 o'clock tomorrow before I've got to pack up and go to work for the afternoon. So yeah, I will obviously come back to you if I catch anything, and hopefully next time I see you it'll be because I'm holding a 20 up for the camera. I will keep plugging away, I will keep trying, and let's hope I get a good one. I'm gonna have my dinner. Morning everybody. I've been up for a couple of hours now, and I had a couple during the night, but other than that it was pleasantly quiet. I fell asleep to the sound of the owls hooting, and it was a really nice evening until out of nowhere some gale force wind sprung up and a rainstorm which lasted about 15 minutes. Yeah, I did catch a couple through the night, or the early part of the night, and then after midnight nothing at all, which was really quite nice, and I could hear them jumping. Every now and then one would wake me up, but they weren't feeding between the hours of 12 and 6 this morning, which was brilliant. So I got up and repositioned all 3 of the rods, which obviously normally fishing on a syndicate or anything like that I wouldn't be winding them in at bite time in the morning, but here I think probably if I'd have stayed awake all night and kept topping up the bait and things, I probably would have kept catching, but it was quite nice not to catch during the night. I haven't caught anything any bigger though, so I haven't managed to get through to the big one. I heard some really big fish showing, or I say really big fish, but much bigger fish showing, and I've caught another couple of doubles, but other than that the average size I've caught has been quite small. As it stands at the moment I've got a couple of hours to go, so I'll probably give it another hour, have another cup of tea, and then slowly start packing down, and hopefully in the meantime I'll catch either a mirror or a big one, whether it's a mirror or common. And obviously if I do, I'll come back to you immediately. Well, I'd literally just finished speaking to the camera, and right hand rod down by the bush again has got off, and I've caught the biggest one so far. I'm not going to weigh him, but it's about 13 pound, which is getting better. and I've still got a little while to go, so hopefully I will I've still got time to get a decent one, and I've still got time to get a mirror, because again, this is a common long long lean. Yeah, you're cold compared to my hands, I know that much. So you think it don't feel nice, but it don't feel great to me either, buddy. There we go. Long and lean. Couple of hours, let's hope I get one more chance at a big one and one more chance at a mirror. About £12 I reckon. Super. Well, we are fast approaching the end of the trip, unfortunately. I haven't managed to catch any more in the last hour. Still hopeful, I've still got to pack the bivvy down and stuff, so I'm going to be half an hour or so yet, so you never know your luck. But it looks like that Newland's 20 has evaded me again. Caught plenty of fish, I'm well into double figures. The biggest one I've had is about £12, so I didn't manage to catch any of the better ones on this occasion, but like I say, I did hear plenty of better ones last night. To be fair, I was going to fish swim 38, which is up the far end, a couple of swims down from where I am in the deeper water. But for some reason I fancied this one more, and during the night and today as well, there's been quite a lot of fish showing up there. There's a guy up there now, but what I would say is I will definitely be back to try and catch that Newland's 20 at some stage in the future. I've been coming here for, like I said before, 30 odd years, and I don't come here a great deal, but most winters I try and get over and have a little go, because it's good to get a bend in the rod. Doesn't seem to matter how cold it gets, you always seem to be able to catch a fish or two here. So yes, I will definitely be back in the future, and hopefully with any luck I will get one last fish to show you before I go. But in the meantime, I'm gonna make a slow pack up and head for the hills, as they say. So until next time, I will see you later.